I'm going to explain why I believe Sabo is the very perfect reincarnation of Ace. Ace had very stubborn ideals when it came to Whitebeard and wasn't really willing to listen to anybody or really willing to really train with anyone to specifically get stronger or fit in new world standards, all in the name of Whitebeard. Which probably honestly does explain his inevitable demise. His direct belief and his direct cause, all in the name of Whitebeard, the Whitebeard Pirates. But get this, people who thought like Ace didn't really get very far without actually really getting beat. Like, look at Bellamy, for instance. Look at the Don Quixote Pirates, for instance. Luffy, it's not anyone else Luffy's really targeted towards. Luffy's targeted towards himself and his own beliefs. He's not targeted towards anyone else's beliefs that aren't going to really benefit him, per se. Now we've got Sabo. Sabo ate his devil fruit. Sabo is his unbiological brother. Sabo made promises to him, and Sabo also has a very similar cause and a very similar interest at heart. While per se, Sabo also really wants to change the world the same way Ace did. And not to mention, another thing that would have been an issue with Ace would be his broken promises. Because think about it. He made his promises to Otama to stop Kaido, but as we've seen, he would not have been able to defeat Kaido if he couldn't even really defeat people like Akainu and Blackbeard. And mind you, he still had to keep his promise to Luffy to not die because Ace gave Luffy his Vivid card. But that's another issue. Luffy doesn't like seeing people who really shows they're breaking their promises, and Ace would have shown to break the promises. And also, if Ace were still alive, he probably would have broken the promises to Sabo as well, because they all made promises with each other. I feel like if Ace was still alive, he really would not have worked out well, and I feel like he would have grown to be a lost cause. And that's why I personally really believe Sabo's the perfect incarnation. And not to mention, he has power-ups and he has ideas that are actually getting far, because he's going for a benefit and he's going for an idea that actually fits well with the new age. And also, not to mention, Ace also would have took a big loss, a very big loss in the Payback War, along with Marco, Izo, and all of them. Because Ace definitely also would have wanted revenge for Whitebeard's death, but we've seen Ace cannot beat Blackbeard. We've seen Marco, the likes of Marco, actually lose against Blackbeard. So Ace would still have Kaido on his hands unwillingly. Well, that depends on if he's still willing to really keep his promise. And Ace would also have Blackbeard on his hands unwillingly, because assuming he would still want Blackbeard dead for what he did. So that's really why Ace would have grown to really be a lost cause. That's when Ace really would not have had the same character he once used to have. I feel like that's when Ace also would have really grown conflicted too.